Hey there. Welcome, civilians. You've arrived at the home of civilized and thought-provoking commentary. Get ready for elevation, growth, and experience. I am the civilized woman. Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Welcome back, y'all. Okay, this is the start of a new segment I like to call Wrapping Up the Week. And this was supposed to be done for y'all Friday, but life, and the weather was beautiful where I am on Saturday, and I've had kind of a lazy Sunday, so you're gonna be getting this into the new week. But this is just a segment that's gonna go over what was trending, what was most talked about, viral stories of the week. So first up is going to be the presidential debate. Tuesday was the first and likely only presidential debate between former President Donald Trump and VP Kamala Harris. Notable mentions are the eating habits of migrants. That's probably the nicest way I can say that. The economy, the border, A.B. Ortion, and you know what I mean when I say A.B. Ortion. VP Harris did better than expected by most. President Trump allowed himself to be baited by rally questions. In my opinion, not much fallacy was discussed during this debate. And of course, the debate, in my opinion, is not about, you're not going to be able to get their full policy. It's just for you to kind of get a feel for what the candidates are trying to offer us as constituents. So I encourage you to go check out each candidate's website, get more details about their position so we can be informed voters. Next up, my goodness, this one was a doozy, and that is the Kendrick Lamar getting the tap to perform at the Super Bowl in 2025. The outrage over this was insane. The Like Us rapper, Kendrick Lamar, has been selected to perform at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show that is to take place in New Orleans. There are many who believe that New Orleans native rapper Lil Wayne should have gotten the call instead. Rapper Nicki Minaj, Wayne's daughter, Reginae Carter, has some strong statements about their belief that this was the ultimate disrespect to the Like a Lollipop rapper. Also, Master P, a gang of people came out and expressed their opinions about the choice, considering that Lil Wayne is very popular rapper, and he is from the NO. There is suspicion that the call was based on personal vendetta by Jay-Z against Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is known to be a huge sports fan. I know this for a fact because there was a space in time where I would watch a lot of sports radio or sports television, ESPN, and he was on there a lot. He would debate with Skate Bayless and different sports commentators. So he is really a big sports fan, and he has expressed previously a desire to be a halftime performer. Per a Rolling Stone article I came across, the rapper states that it, quote, broke me to lose out on the show. In a video statement he made on Thursday, the rapper is clearly hurt by not getting the gig and blames himself for having high hopes. The hurt is understandable, and I can see why many people think it would be a good look to have the native of New Orleans as a performer. But it's not a requirement that the performer in the Super Bowl halftime show be from the city that the Super Bowl is held in. And really, there has been several Super Bowls in New Orleans, and at many of them at the height of his career, and that had never come up before. It had never been a point of contention. So I'm not really sure why now there was such outrage this time that he was not selected to perform in the Super Bowl. The reality is Kendrick Lamar is hot right now. He had the Song of the Summer, and it's made a worldwide impact. So from a Super Bowl perspective, this to me was a no-brainer. So I wish everybody luck in as we forge ahead, and maybe, there could be a surprise where Wayne could come out during the halftime show at some point. I do also understand that there's a thing I think called Wayne Fest. So he's doing a festival, where it's just him, it's his concert in October anyway, and that's not going to be too far away from the Super Bowl. So that may have played a part into why they didn't select him. But I just think overall it's because Kendrick is just hotter right now, and honestly is known to be a really good performer. So our next story on the docket is Tyrese. Lord have mercy. Mr. Gibson. Tyrese. The singer-actor Tyrese Gibson was arrested for failure to pay child support. According to a USA Today article, he was ordered to be jailed after a Georgia judge held him in contempt this week in connection to child support, the court documents show. A court order issued Monday shows a Fulton County judge ruled the actor, songwriter, and rapper be taken into custody and incarcerated after he was found to be in willful contempt for failure to make child support payments. He was ordered to pay $73,000. I believe that's back child support, so it doesn't look like he's been paying his child support. In a previous court judgment, he was ordered to pay $10,000 a month to his second ex-wife, Samantha Lee, for their 5-year-old daughter, Soraya. He also pays the same amount for his oldest daughter that he had with his first ex-wife, Norma. So he was ultimately detained. I really find it interesting that Tyrese would rather pay his lawyers much more money than what he's been ordered to pay his ex-wife for child support. I don't quite understand that, except to say that it is a way to kind of punish her. I mean, we've all seen him do interviews or internet posts where he's very, very hurt by this divorce, and I plan on in the near future doing a deep dive into that, because I think Tyrese, in my opinion, is problematic, to put it delicately, and I think that's kind of worth a deeper look at that. But we all know who he is. With all the antics that's been going on these past few years, it really won't take long before he gives us another outburst concerning this matter. He always seems to come to us with his grievances with his ex-wife, his first one and now his second one. The fourth story, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get deep into this one. This is going to be a gloss over because I cannot. My Uncle Shay Shay. Unless you've been living under a rock by now, you have heard about Uncle Shay Shay. That is Shannon Sharpe. He is trending in a big way right now. So he accidentally went live on IG while doing the deed, getting freaky, doing the nasty. Y'all know what I mean by that. I've never gone live on IG, but based on what everybody's been saying, it's not easy to go live accidentally on IG. Some people was explaining you gotta confirm multiple times before you even go live. It just seemed to be too much for that to be something to be done accidentally. It seemed like it would be intentional. But again, I've never gone live on IG, so I can't confirm that. I'm just going based off of what the people have been saying. There are talks that this was staged to dispel the rumors about his sexuality. In my opinion, at his big age, he needs to do better. I just think that there's some of us from a certain generation, although technology is great and we can appreciate it and utilize it, sometimes we need to hold on to our good old school values, and everything is not for public consumption and don't need to be recorded. So I'll leave that there. Next up, our fifth story. Meagan Good Apparently, Megan Good is Jonathan Major's sugar mama. As rumor has it, she's paying all his bills. This includes his child support. First of all, am I the only one who didn't know that he had a child? I didn't realize he had a kid. Child, I could never. I can't even imagine. This is another one. I'm getting ready to do a story soon too that's gonna kind of tie them into that as well, because I don't understand what Megan is. I actually did a story about her. One of my first videos, not so long ago, probably my first one that I left public. So I don't know what's going on with this relationship, but that is just crazy to me. And our sixth and final story for the wrapping up the week segment is former Danity Kane and Dirty Money singer, songwriter, Dawn Rashad sues Diddy. Now, since Cassie's lawsuit, child, we have been getting every couple of months or so, we've been getting some kind of Diddy lawsuit. I think there's a gentleman in jail that just got a $100 million judgment against him. So it's the chickens have definitely come home to roost for Diddy. But this is really a heartbreaking one, because I remember watching her, and she was probably my favorite, if not one of my favorite, on when they were doing the Making the Band, because her story, she got on there really right around like when Katrina happened. So her, she, like, their family was displaced, like much of the people around that time was displaced. So it was just so encouraging to see her rise up and kind of conquer everything that she's gone through, only to end up getting in bed with the proverbial devil, and now she has to bring this suit because of all the things that he's experienced. And I unfortunately, I think she was probably one of the ones a lot of us was waiting for, because I think a lot of us was like, for sure, she has a story to tell, or she's seen things, because she was close, she publicly seemed very close to him, and it's like there's no way that she didn't see things, and probably we're hoping that she didn't experience, but unfortunately, based on the lawsuit that she's brought into the New York court that she filed in New York federal court on Tuesday, she does have a story to tell. So among some of the claims outlined in the suit is that she witnessed Combs physically abuse his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, on numerous occasions, and she also saw Combs and his associates engaging in illegal drugs and sexual acts with underage girls. She also outlined several instances of sexual assault with Combs, touching her buttocks and her chest, locking her in a car without a coat or with the heat on in the car. She was let out of the car only after she called her father, who drove all the way from Baltimore, a 2-hour drive, to come and rescue her. Combs created an atmosphere of fear and intimidation. Rashad also cites being owed $1.2 million unpaid wages and royalties, more than $350,000 for U.S. tour performances, and at least $1.5 million for her promotion of Ciroc, a vodka brand Combs partnered with in 2007. And if I'm not mistaken, that partnership is no longer. And I think when that first came out, the way he presented it, it was like he owned it. Turns out he was just really like a glorified, like influencer. So, that's just really unfortunate. She's asking for a jury trial, compensatory damages such as lost wages, royalties, publishing, touring, compensation for severe emotional distress, civil penalties, punitive damages, and attorney's fees. I'm sure that we'll be hearing about this case in the coming weeks ahead. And a lot of this information I got from an article that's in the NPR. This is just sad. It's just really, really sad. Unfortunately, I think the rabbit hole goes very, very deep. One of the things she had mentioned in there were some of the celebrities that had seen him, violate her and just nothing. She mentioned something about Usher and Jimmy Iovine. This was around the time I think he was trying to set up a new distribution or whatever with whatever conglomerate that Jimmy Iovine was with, and it's just like everybody's just kind of like, as long as the money was coming in, he just completely went unchecked, and now it's his time. I guess they're done with him, or he's served his purpose. So now all of these things are coming out. So I really do wish her well and pray that she gets everything that is owed to her and more. I know it won't necessarily make up for what she has lost, but at least it will give her some sense and form of justice and will kind of build her confidence, and hopefully she's no longer blackballed or not as blackballed as she has been with his influence. As crazy as it sounds, he still seems to have some kind of level of grip, although slippery though it may be. He may still have a little level of grip, and we just hopefully that grip can be loosened and the chains can be broken off all these people that he has hindered their career, especially if they're not willing to play his game or allow him to use them like he used other people. That's it for wrapping up the week segment. Until next time.